Hey YouTube, this is Rex and I'm Johnny.
I'm Rose.
I'm Miki.
It's Recast Podcast, episode, I want to say 16?
18.
My God, 18 of season 3.
Wow.
So, well, it's the end of the year.
I know.
Yeah.
I was going to say, should we do something special? But I hate doing something special.
Just going to go along as planned.
As planned. So this week, the big thing is we watched Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, that was the movie of the month.
So I got a little fun fact here. So it's, as you guys know, because I said in the movie, it was from a book originally. The book's from 1986, pretty old one. It was written by Diana Wynne Jones, I believe. Diana Wynne Jones. In 1986, she's a children's book author. But as you can see, it's the old type of children's books. You see how hardcore that is?
If it's scary, it's scary.
That's Calcifer. Which is, remember, we kind of saw that.
Yeah, when he did the thing.
Yeah.
That was probably like a, what is it? What do you call it? Like an Easter egg from the book.
Look at this little scarecrow back there, too. Has 2 legs. But yeah, the movie, from what I've read, it seems like the movie really did kidify a lot of it. It was not necessarily like a brutal kids movie or anything, but it was more serious, more grim fairy tales kind of thing. Where some people just die, you know? That's going to be probably the last Ghibli movie we see in a while, because I think... No, there's another Ghibli movie on the poll, but I don't think the other ones do as well on the polls. So we're probably going to see a couple live action movies next, probably Dune, because I very nearly won the last poll.
Yeah.
But have you had any new thoughts as time has gone on? It's been a few days since we saw the movie. I know we all gave it an S, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Give it an S.
Yeah. Well, one thing of note is it stayed with me, which is...
In a good way?
Yes and no. Like, I don't understand it. Like I was telling Rose earlier, like, it stayed with me in that I didn't like that it was there, but I didn't have anything bad to think about it. And like, all of these thoughts are positive, but I don't feel positive about having these thoughts right now. It's I don't know. I kind of threw it at you that you, what the reason I think it might be kind of like left there in my head is I think the ending was really quick. You mentioned it was really quick, and I didn't realize it was really quick until I thought about it afterwards. Like, wow, it was really quick. The love stuff, I didn't even realize, it didn't even feel like she was in love with him throughout the movie. It only when she like overtly said, or somebody said, oh, you're in love with her. I was like, oh, really? Oh, she is. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. We're going that direction, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So when it was finally like, oh, they were like hugging and whatever at the end and kissing and all that, I was like, oh, that's really nice. We got there really fast. You know, I felt like it was, and now we're in love, and now we're together. And it was like tied up in a bow. I didn't dislike it. But I think because it was so fast, it's like I didn't have enough time to process it while I was watching it.
So you're still processing
My brain
it
is still processing it later on and thinking about the scenes and like what happened in detail to try to like give myself time, like closure or something. I don't know. Even though nothing bad happened, that's the only thing I can figure out, like why it was just like an aftertaste. I think about it like I think about it like when I have like Burger King, like a Whopper.
You want to cut this out?
Like he immediately does this. Okay. No, it's just an aftertaste. I taste it for a long time afterwards.
You mentioned this with other things too.
Yeah, but like usually when I have an afterthought of a show, it's negative.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I was surprised. Like I don't dislike anything about the show.
I think you said similar for Spirited Away.
Spirited Away.
Remember
Really?
Spirited Away?
Yeah.
I think you said something similar. It
too?
stayed with you, but I remember you saying it was pleasant.
Yeah, that one was actually pleasant. Like I liked the afterthoughts of it and thinking about it. This one was annoying. I didn't want to think about it.
Yeah.
I do think, having had time as well to think about this movie, I do think the ending felt, if Spirited Away was breakneck speed, this one was as close to possible as being rushed. And as time has gone on, the more I think it felt a little rushed at the very end with the romance and stuff. Well, not just the romance, everything coming to an end and all the things getting solved. I mean, the main issue of the curse getting solved, that was completely fine. Everything else around it, a little fast. Especially things like the prince, and I'm here too, and I'm gonna hop away.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Again,
And the fact that he's in love with her was not dealt with. It's like, oh, you'll change your mind. Bye now.
I actually wrote that down, the whole love thing, because this kind of love talk, it reminds me of the classy, chaste, subdued version of love that comes from books, the older type of books. Like, you know how in Disney the characters there is a theme of love throughout the entire movie, but because it's for kids, it seals it with a kiss at the very end. But even that, I feel like, is risque compared to the Ghibli movies we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Ghibli movies is almost like a business contract. It's like, we've been with each other for long enough. Love has been declared. They're together, and it's like, wait, what? You guys are in love? Since when? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you in love?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like it's almost a topic that they don't want to touch.
Yeah, until they have to, and they're like, burn. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see they actually kissed me, and I didn't expect it.
Yeah. I feel like the kind of love that they kind of portrayed is more like, I care about you and my care just kind of keeps growing.
Yeah.
That kind of love, like not the sparkly, oh, you caught my eye, like I fell in love
Disney.
with you at first sight type of thing.
True,
You know,
true.
it's just like, oh, you're here and I hope you don't get hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
I want you to be happy, and like it just keeps growing.
Yeah, I thought when she was talking to the witch at the first time, which was like, oh, you're in love with him. I was like, nah, they're just friends. Like, in my mind, that's immediately what I thought. They're just friends.
Yeah.
Kind of. He keeps running away.
Yeah.
Good acquaintances.
Yeah, I think part of it is that like we're used to like when it comes to romances on Western screen,
Touch
like
and go for a while.
not even that, but like somebody will catch up or pinpoint it like in the beginning, so then we see all of the other caring acts. It was like, oh, that's because you like the person,
Right.
whereas we just thought that they just cared about each other, and like she doesn't actually like go around and it's like, hey, I actually like him. Like nobody's like, nudging her. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you got a crush, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's usually like they hint at it earlier, and then they give you clues to like remind you, hey, remember this is a thing throughout it, where they didn't do that with this.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that was happening, reoccurring in my thoughts as I was kept reminiscing unwantingly. I kept thinking, like, trying to like say, okay, well, maybe it's the timey-wimey, and that scene where he's flying with her and he drops her off and is like, that's my girl. Like, you just met her. What do you mean that's your girl? Unless, it's like, is that a translation thing? Like, but then in my thinking was like, no, that was a part of it. He knew her because he saw her as a child, and he's been in love with her his whole life and looking for her. That's why he's always been with, like, there's rumors of him taking away women because he's always looking for the girl. So that's kind of like what I've been like telling myself, kind of making canon in my head, my own head canon.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder if in the books he legit was taking hearts, though.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I can imagine.
been.
I
It
could
could
hear
have
an
been.
argument for that happening in the movie, too, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, Calcifer, why the hell did Howl make a deal with this thing? Look at that thing.
Right?
Look at
Like,
it.
oh, you fell from the sky. Let me just eat you. You know.
I mean, look at the book version. He saw that in the book and said, yeah, you can have my heart. Which is why in the movie, at the very end, I was guessing that maybe he got some power from doing that or something. Like, why did that occur? Why did he take that?
It had to be some sort of deal, yeah.
Yeah.
That he was going to get something. But I think we referred to it, but he took off after that. Because we were trying to figure out if that's why he was gifted.
Yeah,
But
he was already...
He was already in it at that point, and then he left.
I think it's that he was gifted to begin with, and then once he made the deal with Calcifer, he was like super gifted. Because apparently, like the whole nobody else seems to talk about a moving castle. Like they look at the moving castle and they know it's Howl.
Howl, yeah.
So it seems like Howl's the only one strong enough to make that happen.
Good point. Yeah, and in fact, Calcifer powers the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, according to the wiki, the whole name for Howl's Moving Castle came from when Jones visited a school, and someone was saying, "Hey, could you make a book and title it The Moving Castle?" And she's like, "Okay, sure." And that's where she made the book from.
Oh, that's funny.
She said she forgot the name, but if you actually look at the dedication section, according to the footnote on wiki, it says this one's for Stephen. So
Oh,
That's
This is
so
cute.
sweet.
get ideas from the strangest places.
right.
Yes.
Something else that's coming. We got a bunch of shows that are coming in December, in October. Cause we got Rurouni Kenshin. We're gonna check out Dadan, and I want to say there's another thing coming. ReZero's October.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so we got all three of those coming in October, and I think some
clear
of our
the
shows,
plate.
some of our shows are not actually finishing in October. But so another show that will be coming not this year, and possibly not even next year. Wait, we're in 2024, aren't we?
We're in 20.
All right, so in 2025, possibly we could get another show called Kagurabachi. The rumors I saw where people were speculating 2025. Nothing official has been announced, so that's very probably not going to happen. I have seen people talking about the manga before. People were saying like it's an up and coming one. It's only a year old, I believe, but people are already comparing it to the likes of, say, Demon Slayer mixed with Jujutsu Kaisen, because it's a sword fighting based anime. I mean, well, manga right now, right? So the manga actually just won a popularity contest with 101,000 votes, which is 3 times what second place earned.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, it's by far. We'll keep that on the radar then.
So like a mix. It's got trains, got cars like Demon Slayer. You've got organizations where they go out and they fight demons. I think they fight demons, but there's also like evil sorcerers like Jujutsu Kaisen. So there's like the organization people, and then there's the rogue people. Group of evil sorcerers villains, the Hishaku. So that's going to be the main driving thing. I'm wondering if that's going to be like Demon Slayer with the 12 moons, maybe something like that.
I'm excited.
So
I
they're
love
like
that
the
genre now.
anti-organization.
And there's our Nanami. Look at me.
Look at him! Look at him!
Look at him.
Look at him!
He's even
Oh, he's
the
got
thing
the,
up
he's
there.
got the suspenders.
He's a businessman.
Business.
Nanami just got isekai.
He did.
Place to work more.
I can't even imagine. Just wake up in an office job with no powers.
He totally looks like what's his name here? What's his name? With the scar. Gosh, main character.
A lot of them have scar.
JJK main character.
Oh, Itadori?
Itadori. Yes, he looks just like him because the hair's lighter, and he's got a scar on his face.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Very vaguely.
No.
Just squint and tilt your head and slide sideways. It looks like him.
Sure.
But yeah, so we got that. Yeah, so Oshinoko, there's possible some kind of break going on. Don't know if that's the manga or the show, but either way, we kind of hit a huge changing point here where Aqua, we're on episode 9, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
On episode 9, Aqua has finally managed to unlock his Super Saiyan and use his trauma in his acting.
Yes.
And only the director seems to actually realize exactly what's happening, but also the director of the play as well can see that there's truth in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, where do you think they're going to go with that? Is anyone going to like try to stop him, or is that just going to be how he is from now till the end of the series?
I think Ruby is picking up on it.
Yeah, Ruby.
Because she's been very solemn since the end of the play.
Yeah, and she's very pensive, like in general. Like she's just been thinking on everything. So I feel like she's gonna have some sort of like epiphany, noticing something about her brother, especially because she's she's related to him, so she can like she knows him a little bit more than other people.
Yes.
Like even maybe she even knows that he never really fully healed, and she just never said anything.
I do know that she kind of does, because she told, I think it was May. What's her name? May.
I don't know.
She told Mem. That he's only ever been the way he used to be before their mother died, when he's talking to Kana. So she notices the difference.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe, I mean, with that scene where she was talking to Kana, like, she sounded sad, saying, "Oh, you're a genius actor." Maybe it was because she was trying to contrast that with Aqua. Like, is it that Aqua's just really good at this, or is it from a place of pain that she knows that it could be coming from?
Yeah, she could be thinking about that. You're right. I hope Ruby, like, they do something with her, because I feel like they've just been dragging her through the season so far.
Well, so far, yeah. But I think it's the same with last season, when they did a half and half split.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's your favorite character right now? Because I'm enjoying following Aqua, but I think I've been enjoying the side characters a lot more so far. Like when we focus on them, what they're doing.
Yeah. A favorite side character, Kana.
I don't have any.
I mean,
side characters.
I don't.
Side character. Okay,
Yes.
so just
Any character.
Yeah, actually, I think the mom, adopted mom, is pretty great. She's fantastic. She learned that she believed that these babies are like god babies, so she goes along with it.
Yeah.
But then like now she's just their mom.
yeah.
You know.
She imprinted on them.
Yeah. All the way around. Yeah.
I can't think of like any attachment to anybody except Kana, I guess. But that's honestly, I'm only attached to Kana because of Aqua. I love Aqua. Aqua is my favorite character. I don't have a favorite side character except maybe Kana, because she's attached to Aqua. So I don't know if it counts. So
Raida has been fun too. Like they've been Raida.
oh yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like they're making us see that this guy is a good guy for a reason.
And he likes to see the smiles on the people's
Let's just
faces.
see their smile.
He's totally their dad.
Yeah,
They're dead.
so we can't get mad at him. You know who I'm starting to like more, and I'm glad that he's related now. Spoiler.
Episode 9 of season 2.
Whatever his name is.
That guy, yes.
Yeah.
Himiko.
You know, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. That guy. I liked him from the beginning, but
Yes.
it's the same. It's just another Aqua.
Yes.
You know, so I guess I like that kind of character and a well done version of that character, which he is.
Yes.
So
Which I feel like I don't know if this is maybe just me in my anime plot brain seeing ships before they happen, but I feel like he likes Kana, and that's gonna bug Aqua, but he's not gonna know it bugs him.
I could see that.
yeah.
Because like he's just totally on her side for no reason. He's like, oh, you're gonna go up against them, so will I.
Yeah.
Well, I murder my
This
teammates.
is coworker.
I was gonna say he is kind of technically supposed to be up against them as the characters, so it could just be part of the character tree. But it would be nice if he did have
Yeah,
a crush.
but he did say you don't have to worry because you've got me. And they were already making friends from the beginning.
because he
That's
was
true.
telling her stuff about other people.
True.
Yeah.
And he is like, I wouldn't have told you if I knew you were going to do that, which means he was probably confiding.
Yeah.
Just saying he likes that kind of like gossip stuff.
Yeah.
So
He's like, I want to know your dark secrets, Pops. Oh no, I got you too drunk. Sorry about that.
I feel like there was a lot of warning time that he was too drunk.
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, go get him more drunk. Like, what? He's already
Stumbling
drunk.
around. He's dropped all polite cadence.
They weren't even talking to him.
No, they just
weren't-
left him.
Yeah,
over
they were
there.
off
Like,
on
go
their
get
own.
drunk, and just come back and tell us. I guess you know.
My favorite character so far in just this season, not necessarily all the seasons, has been Melt.
I thought of him and I considered him, but I like his character development, but he's not my favorite. Why is he your favorite?
It just seems like he's going up. He's fighting uphill. He doesn't really have much going for him
That's
aside
true.
from someone got his foot in the door and made it on his own with no help. Like even Aqua, when he fell over, he had multiple people who were there looking out for him. Even if he didn't talk to Kana, he could have eventually, if that persisted, Kana would have talked to him. Kana is there for him. He's got the directors who actually helped him work through some of his problems. Everyone has people that are helping him.
Yeah, Melt's
from what we
by
see,
himself.
he has nothing.
True.
Yeah.
Only one little chat with Aqua, just because Aqua's everyone's savior.
Yeah.
And even then, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, he
because he
did.
trained himself to be able to do that incredible acrobatic move.
Yeah.
When no one else
Yeah.
was there to even see he was planning that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
the director, the author herself, was like, when I wrote that, I didn't even think it was humanly possible. You know?
Yeah.
And I like that he accepted his part in Sweet Today. He was put there. He shouldn't have been put there. He still tried his best to make up for it, even if it isn't necessarily his fault he was put there. He's put there because he's a pretty face.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
But he's still trying to do better, and I appreciate that. Other than that, we've got Val Evergarden, which also hit a big turning point, where we're also on
Yes.
episode 9 of season 1.
Yes. Yeah. And we were discussing like, where are we going from here? It's still like four more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Four more episodes?
episodes. My guess is that it's gonna have something to do with the war starting back up.
I think so as well.
That's
I
gonna be my
hope
guess.
not. I've been enjoying the fact that we're not dealing with war. I'm not looking forward to having to go back to war if we have to.
I feel like as good as this anime is of showing a good story without being at war, something about animes, they always tend towards some kind of conflict. I feel like it needs it. And so it's trying to get to that conflict.
Yeah.
Maybe the war doesn't break out outright, but maybe there's like some kind of insurrection because
Yeah.
the anti-peace movement is very powerful or something like that.
And maybe, what's her name? Violet. They're like, you have to join because you're our weapon. Rah. And then instead of killing people, she just subdues them
And writes letters to
and
them.
writes.
It's like, please don't do that.
Just like pin them down right on top of it. Here, my life has changed.
Was the entire typewriter on them?
Or maybe she's just instrumental in stopping the war with a letter. Like she writes to the person that needs to hear something. And then that's the ultimate show of her change of personality and
Yes.
emotional competence.
Yes,
Her
she-
EQ.
It got the big turning point, and now she seems to be trying
Yeah.
to live up to her name.
Yes, and she
Well-
took that step and was like I think she entered her new self,
Yes.
her new intention. Which
And
was
she ran back there.
yes.
Yeah, and I guess maybe I don't think that conversation with Claude's going to be over I mean, should be over, but it might be over.
It might be over. It's
Might be
Claude.
Yeah.
We got new mysteries unlocked with Catalia and with Benedict.
Yeah.
They brought
have
that up for the audience to think about.
Some sort of connection, either to the war or your previous life or something.
But when I was editing it, I noticed what she said to Benjamin was she needs to talk to someone like you. And then he was like, what is that supposed to mean?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what that someone like you. That's what I was saying. That's what we're saying.
It has to do with the heels, because they were zoomed in on the heels at the time.
Really?
Oh, does he have fake legs?
No, they
took off the boot and
they
had an
sprained his
ankle.
Dang it.
Although he is still wearing one
Other
heeled boot while he's wrapped up with his ankle. I'm like, that doesn't seem safe. Going down the stairs.
Maybe he has a lot of strain on that leg because the other leg's fake.
Someone like you, and you're also burning. Those are the hints we have for Catalina and Benedict.
I mean, he's probably a soldier, right? So maybe he's just got a lot of PTSD. Well, he did say copy that when
Yes, that's the other thing. He said copy that to Hodgins.
Yeah, when Hodgins was saying.
I noticed that too. It's like, why would you say copy that? You're not a soldier, are you?
I don't know.
Why did he say he's not a soldier?
No, I don't think so.
He doesn't give that vibe.
He doesn't.
But I feel like that would be a big way to connect with Violet.
And he also grew up with Hodgins. It would make sense that they would both be like, yeah, let's go to war together. Together, you know?
Yeah,
just being like a buddy thing that guys do back in the day. They would just let's go to war together because we're besties. So it would make sense that, so maybe he could have been discharged because of something, so he never did the full war thing. Maybe he lost a limb, so if he does have a missing leg. But I saw when he noticed Violet's hands, he also had a more sober reaction. And I'm trying to think, compared to everyone else who were more or guilty.
Yeah.
He seemed more oh, wow. To me. But it's a long time that episode was, so I don't know if I might just be misremembering.
Yeah. And this is a completely random aside, but that whole let's go to war together, let's be buddies, that legit did happen a lot in England. They had something called the Pals Battalion, where you could sign up with your friends so that you could all be in the same unit together.
Aww.
They had to stop that very quickly.
Because they'd lose their friends.
In
and
World War
then
I, entire regiments would get decimated in charges. So if everyone is in the same regiment, that means an entire town just lost its male population.
Oh my god.
So that happened once or twice, and just no more of that.
Wow. Dang.
Wow.
Darn it.
But yeah. It just reminded me of that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we also been watching Boku no Hero Academia. Next episode is going to be episode 11, I want to say, of season.
Is it that?
7?
Is that all? I feel like so much has happened.
Maybe less, actually.
No, it's 15. It's next.
15. Oh wow.
Oh, I forgot it was a 24 episode one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on the transformation from Shigaraki.
Yeah, we're waiting for
Yes.
that, and we're waiting for what's his name, All For One, to show up and ruin everything.
We got
And-
Spinner doing his thing as well.
And Dabby still hasn't ruined his side of things yet either.
Right.
Yes.
And we still haven't gone back to see Toga. This is what I said this in the episode.
Nothing is resolved.
Nothing is resolved, and every time we think we're doing well, something bad happens, and all of our good guys have pretty much shown their cards, and the bad guys haven't finished.
Yeah.
They're Toga is over there hey, excuse me.
Toga hasn't even
I'm
started.
still here. Get to Makia. Hey, I'm still sleeping.
Yeah.
They still haven't got their about Spinner. Spinner's still starting things.
He made it into the
There's so many things that have not been resolved. Nothing has been resolved. Nobody.
nothing.
And our good guys.
Woke back up.
And our good guys are just beat up. Everything is not good.
I'm starting to think with how much is going on that we can't wake up Gigamachia.
Yeah, we can't handle it.
There's
We
so
will
much
lose.
going on. No, not win or lose. There's no time.
That's true.
There's no time for this.
How much time has passed? Because he, what's his name? Midoriya made it from the island to the fight. He started the fight. He started punching the crap out of him. He's got a 5-minute timer now on his gear shift. Toga has not been seen yet. What's happening on that island?
What's happening?
She was about to use Dead Man's Parade.
Yes, that's
So
true.
is time dilation going on, or did something go down and did no one's radioed in?
Yeah. Oh my
So,
gosh.
Because I mean, on paper, Sadman's Parade should make her like top 2 threats with that ability. And I'm looking forward to the spinner thing just because I feel like the spinner thing is probably the least important of everything else. So if we can get that done with, that'd be nice.
Thanks, Spinner. Sorry, you get the thumbs down.
My guy.
He was never cool.
I know.
And I feel this upgrade made him less cool.
Yeah, that's true. Because he can't even think.
If he had any potential, it was in him becoming like a rallying leader or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now that he's turned into a Hulk, and he was never that threatening. So it's and I find tentacle, really? Come on, brother.
It's like, come on, brother. Spinner, you got the weakest guy to fight, and you're losing.
Well, actually, I think he was also one of them that were recommended. So
Yeah, I'm not saying he's actually weak. I'm saying like not metaverse, meta-wise.
Yeah.
He's like the weakest, like not weakest, but
Not
one
cool.
of the weaker characters in terms of like
because he has
strength.
no story.
No
He just
story,
got
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Like, not interesting, so he's not going to be powerful.
No, they're not gonna try to make him that powerful. That's the thing, because he's not like a major side character. They just kind of forced it with the backstory upon backstory upon backstory.
Half their fight was yelling at a crowd that was oddly playable.
Yes, it was. Like this crowd is just I was reading a manhua. Not a manhua, but it was like it's a Chinese novel. I'm reading the translation, and they were talking about how like there was an angry mob, but like these angry mob is just they're just angry, so they just end up beating up the guy, but they're like just aiming for like arms and stuff. They're like, I don't want to kill a person, I just want to hurt you. So I'm just angry.
They're very reasonable.
It's like very reasonable.
angry mob.
That's what that feels like.
I feel
That's
like
what this crowd is.
that's when you know you messed up as a government official. They're just very disgruntled.
Very angry.
This isn't a riot. They're very upset with you in particular.
Yeah, which is basically what they said. They're like, we're not a mob. We're just angry people.
They're right.
They're right.
They're right.
They're right.
We got that
Okay.
one guy trying to be puppet master with the spider face up above.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
how much he's been told to do and how much he's just grasping at the reins, trying to keep control of an opportunity here.
Yeah. I think he's not that strong. I think the reason he was up there is to be pummeled.
Yeah, he's the speaker for.
He's the
trying
mouth.
to spin everything. Spinner. He's the spinner.
Even more reason why Spinner should have been a leader. He's a
Yeah.
spin doctor. But he's gonna go into that building, get into a fight. It looks like it's already been cleared out, or perhaps it's an ambush or something like that. That'd be interesting. I would be excited if Kurogiri, the Shadow Man, managed to wake
Break
up his
out.
consciousness or something.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hope for that though.
No.
'Cause, like,
Yeah,
this-
it's a lot to hope for.
It's been one step forward, 3 steps back.
Yeah. Anything hoping for right now. I'm just like I'm here to watch the next episode. I just
Yeah.
hope no one else dies.
What happened to Endeavor? I don't remember. What's
Endeavor?
going on with Endeavor right now?
He lost a limb. I think that's and he used his strongest thing on All for One and Nothing. It didn't.
Is he flying? Is he down?
I mean,
He's not down. He's watching
Yeah.
what's happening.
What's
Oh.
his name just went down and like immediately.
Yeah,
Decimated.
decimated some people.
Oh, so that just instantaneous. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting younger and younger, so he's trying to get to where he's going quickly.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait till he shows up.
I get it was a last resort with the whole turning himself into a baby or
Yeah.
He's on his way there.
himself.
Can you imagine his little?
I hope we see that. I hope
It's
we see
gonna be
it.
like
And
Ryan
he's
Reynolds
talking-
in the movie.
talking
where his
as a baby.
legs.
Midoriya is just gonna not be able to fight him because I can't punch this baby.
Yeah.
It's literally, would you kill baby Hitler? It's literally that. Erase head just walks up. Yup.
Suplex.
The thing that will like come up for me is how many memories they keep, because he's not forgetting anything right now. He's quite competent. I thought like if you're reversing his age, you would like reverse his mind too. But if that's not the case, then
Can be.
making Shigaraki a kid is not going to help us.
I'm guessing that if it has to go far enough to where he's a baby, because then infantile amnesia, baby brain can't actually hold all of that consciously, you know?
Yeah. Because we've seen like Midoriya got his body rewinded to heal and he remembered everything that was currently going on. Yeah. That could work. But I could also see maybe we know that Shigaraki has this weird consciousness war inside him, and he's got a traumatized kid in there somewhere.
Yeah.
If they can rewind enough where he's weak enough where that kid mind becomes the dominant force again.
Get rid of Shigaraki and all for one in there.
You can work with the kid.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a risk that you are going to wait years to find out if it works. Because you reverse to a baby, the baby can't do anything until it's like a toddler, and then it might like spill something bad on you because it remembers things.
Just like
imagine
hateful babies. Just things at you.
It just can't do anything yet, and it's just waiting for its legs to like work.
Imagine like you go to sleep, you hear a creak by the door, you wake up and you see the baby is just sitting there by the door. The knife.
My hands finally work.
Hobbles towards you. With the big in his mouth.
Do you think? I mean, if he gets reversed and it heals wounds, if he got reversed, he would lose the quirks he gained after the reverse, or because those are like consciousness weird things inside you, you'd keep them.
Yeah, I think so.
In that case, you basically got a Clark Kent situation where you got to raise him to be Superman.
Yeah.
You got way too many quirks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think a quirk eraser.
I wonder if it would tear him apart as a child. Or make him amorphous, kind of like what's going on with Shigaraki, kind of changing form to fit the body.
I don't think it would, because I feel like all the changes that have happened have been his body trying to adapt. And if it adapts, I guess if you reverse past the adaptation, it might. But I'm just thinking like now his body should be okay because it took the time and the months and the agony to adapt, and it's good now.
The thing is, it's so hard to figure it out because Shigaraki got like basically electrocuted into quirks. Yeah. So we don't know if like reversing him will bring him back to his initial stage before he got electrocuted into quirks. The only reason we know Midoriya was fine is because he was breaking himself at the rate that Eri was healing him when that was happening. So he wouldn't have reversed far enough to like lose his quirk back to the original state before he got the quirk from All Might. So we don't know.
So what if this is all hypothetical? What if that just doesn't happen? What if reversing him isn't the way we go? Yeah. What way do we go?
Yeah.
His child consciousness wins, and then he just becomes a kid.
Yeah, he's just a little kid. Yeah.
His body can change on the dime.
Yeah. I was gonna if his child consciousness wins and defeats the other two, then Midoriya would have a chance to talk no jutsu. I'm your friend.
Would he still go to jail?
Child in jail.
Because then they have the Tartarus question again.
Yeah, we still haven't dealt with that problem.
That would be good, because that gives Midoriya a chance to say, we're not doing things like that anymore. Because that's what caused this in the first place. Throwing away our problems.
Yes, and ignoring them and watching them fester in the dark.
Speaking of which, we have that other jailbreaker, the plant guy, who we haven't even seen him fight yet.
Yeah, that's happening.
So many bad guys!
Who's he going up against? I can't remember. There was something important that he was going to fight. But yeah, he's out there. I don't remember where he is.
And Moonfish is out there taking blood.
He's on the beach with Toga. Yeah, he's a jobber.
He's a jobber.
What does that mean?
You're there to take shots and make the other person look strong.
No.
Wrestling term. But yeah, so that's a lot of stuff that's going on. Pretty cool. Very exciting time in My Hero Academia. As much as I sometimes complain about the talking and the distractions, it's like it's been 7 seasons of build-up. It's enjoyable to see any of this happen.
Yes.
Oh, and for Spinner, by the way, someone did point out in the comments that they think, or at least maybe it's a prominent fan theory, the reason why Spinner's so suddenly stupid all of a sudden is because his body can't handle the quirks at the same time. So the ability to handle quirks in the first place has to be given to you, which is what happened with Shigaraki. Oh. So maybe All For One didn't intend for that to happen, but
yeah, he didn't. Oh, you mean he didn't intend for that?
Yeah, maybe that's not what he wanted to do.
My guess is that he did it on purpose so that he would be easily
controlled. Yeah, I think that's All For One's plan. I don't think he cares about Spinner. I think
I don't
he's just
think about him either.
Yeah, especially since he can see Spinner's on the edge. He's like, I can't let you be a loose cannon.
And on top of that, he's like the only one who's like actively caring for their group.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Toga is like, yeah, we're friends and buddy, but like Spinner is like, he's hearing Shigaraki like wail in the cave, and he's like trying to figure out how to fix it. You know.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just a part of me is also just thinking like he was already. Yes, he had reservations, but he was doing what you wanted him to do. Everyone else left, and he was willing to take these quirks from you because
to do the
you
job.
suggested it. You know, so why would you take someone who's already a spokesperson for an entire group of people
and make him dumb and unable to do the job?
Yeah, I could see it. You know, make him easier to control. I don't think All For One actually cares about the Heteromorphs. I don't think anyone does really.
No,
but. Yeah, I guess it could just be using him as a shotgun here. Like, make him strong, make him Hulk, go that way.
Basically, yeah. Because they just want to, like, divide the forces, basically, of the heroes.
Yeah, much like they did to them, but...
But yeah, we started this. Was kind of surprised that his last resort was turning himself into a baby thing, because I feel like, really, All For One? That's your grand plan?
Yeah.
He has a smile on his face, but this is kind of like Howl's Moving Castle. He has a smile on his face even when things are going wrong. He is dying.
Yes.
You have lost.
Yes.
He's going out with a bang.
Well, he's not that he's lost. He's putting all his chips on Shigaraki. That's what he's...
Yes, but he's dead.
But that's the thing. He's absolute chaos.
Yes.
That he himself doesn't care about the state of himself as long as his chaos is chaosing. You know?
I suppose.
And he's not evil in that. He's like, I want to see all my plans come to fruition. He's just like, I ruined your day. This is a win for me.
But also, his plan was to like morph with Shigaraki, and it's happening. So I think his ultimate goal, because he's thinking that his consciousness is living on.
Yeah.
In Shigaraki, so I don't think he's considering himself dead, but this version of him is dead. So he's willing to just like get rid of the body.
I hear that he's got these backup plans and all this. It's just I'm surprised that when push comes to shove, that's it. From this guy who has all these plans, all these machinations. That's how you go out.
I think it was because he was about to die.
Yeah, he was.
He did not expect Endeavor to come out swinging with a fire punch.
The eye beam was the coolest thing I've seen.
That was great.
Gets to wear glasses.
Because it was out of nowhere. It's out of nowhere, and it's all just. You can do that.
I'm glad for the explanation. The comments was like that was just like one moment, like out of nowhere. But they were saying like it hurts him when he does it.
It probably make him go blind. If he kept doing that.
Yeah, because they did mention like one of the reasons why he wanted the hot and cold genes is because he needs to cool down. So he's just overheating with his fire mustache all the time.
Right.
He's just having heat stroke continually, which kind of explains his mentality now that I say it out loud.
These quirks suck if you think about them.
Yes.
Half of them suck. Like Ringen Bakugo is going around in a sweatsuit. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
He's constantly sweaty. Nitroglycerin smells too.
Really?
No, I don't know.
What's her name? Sui has to taste everything she throws around with her tongue. You know, what's his name? Ingenium has to
rip out his engines to upgrade.
And it's overheating, so like his legs are burning.
Yeah. These are harsh quirks.
What's his name? Mineta has to like rip out his head. It started bleeding.
Yeah.
It's a part of him.
Yeah.
All of this sucks. Mr. Tape Man got the easiest part of this. Because, like, we haven't seen him have any drawbacks.
No.
Well, he doesn't get the character development, so we can't see his drawbacks.
I had high hopes for him originally because he just looks like Spider-Man, like Chief Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's actually very fast. He's the only one who actually beat Midori in the speed contest.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And he has, like, a cool suit, and he has I like the smile.
Yeah, his little smile.
Makes it friendly.
Smile. And then you got some people who are just freebies, like the lady who was at the, when they had the classes all fight each other to get the license, she drinks a tea and she gets smarter.
Yes. Yeah, those people. They're
the cheapest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the one that prays and goes, and the mushroom girl, which just freaks me out because you can ingest and like, anyways.
Thank God she's on our side.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then you got Meatball Boy. Remember that guy? If he grabs you, you can turn into a meatball.
Oh yeah.
Remember that guy?
Oh my gosh. Don't remind
Nightmare
me.
Fuel.
Don't remind me of that.
Rip up body parts.
Stop talking.
You don't remember him?
No.
I think his hero name is literally Meatball. Yeah, it is Meatball.
Yeah, he's got the like yes.
That guy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe blocked it out of your memory.
Oh my gosh. I did not.
Yeah,
And there's the T-Girl.
What's his name? Kaminari was the one who defeated him with his discs, his electro discs.
Okay.
That's what the first time he uses them.
That is, oh my goodness.
It was awful. It was terrible.
I know that.
His eyeballs.
Again, we need to be really thankful that
These people
on our
are like
side.
heroes. Oh my god.
He has a villainous personality too.
he does.
Really? Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys very much for being here, guys. If you like your time here, please do like, subscribe, follow, and see more. Thank you very much. See you in the city. Bye bye.
Bye.